Billionaire Elon Musk says he is giving serious thought to launching his own Twitter rival. All right, so what do you think? Piers, should he launch his own Twitter rival, or should he just buy Twitter?
Well, I think Elon Musk is a genius, and I think he's a maverick, risk-taking genius, which are the best type. And I think he's got a point here, because I think what Twitter did, for example, with the Hunter Biden laptop story, was one of the most shameful acts of free speech suppression that I've witnessed in modern media. And, you know, you look at the whole sort of farrago around Donald Trump saying the election was stolen from me. Well, I don't agree with the reasons why he thinks it was. But when I look at what happened with the suppression of the Hunter Biden story and the impact that could have had if it had been allowed to be covered in the normal way, that could have tipped the election Donald Trump's way. So this wasn't a trivial thing. And to remind viewers who may not remember this, Twitter actually suppressed the story. It locked out the New York Post account who broke the story about the existence of a laptop, but they allowed the New York Times very recently to report that it was all genuine. Because the New York Times said it, apparently that was fine. That is the worst example I can think of Twitter and social media suppressing information which was highly relevant to the American people. And that should not be allowed to happen. So if what Elon Musk is really saying is we need a social media platform where that kind of thing won't happen, and we know it's always skewed against conservative right. It just is. You don't see the same suppression happening where it benefits the conservative right over the left. So it's all one-way traffic. I thought that was shameful. I think Musk has a point. And looking at his own polls that he conducted, I think a lot of people agree with him.
You know, Jesse, it's not just that the New York Times decided to print it that all of a sudden it's okay. It really is. The election is over. Therefore, we can talk all we want about Hunter Biden. I mean, this social media can impact national presidential elections.
I'm glad this is about the Hunter laptop, Judge, because that's what this is all about. This is what it's all about, the Hunter laptop. They rigged the election, and now I can say they rigged the election without someone calling me cuckoo crazy, because it's true. If they hadn't done that, they still will. It's true. Here's why I like Musk buying Twitter instead of doing a competitor. I can't go to lots of different places. I need to go to one place to see him saying something annoying about guns, you posting about your dog, you drunk tweeting about some stupid comedian. That's what I want. I don't want everybody scrambled around in different places. It's about convenience. One town square. You
know, Dana, some say like some banks are too big to fail. I mean, Jesse wants to go to one place. If Elon were to do his own Twitter and not buy Twitter, his own Twitter type, do you think people will jump off of Twitter?
Well, maybe. I mean, Twitter's had a 13-year head start to figure out its platform, build a user base, and to work out a lot of bugs. I don't think the government could create a better mousetrap here. If somebody could do something, it'd be like an Elon Musk who would have the money to put behind it and the creativity behind it. But I agree with Jesse. Like, I'm drowning in social media. I can't take another one. But if there was a better one, I would consider that.
You've got to have one, surely, where you don't have Taliban officials who have Twitter accounts, but a former president of the United States is locked out. I mean, that seems to me just incomprehensible.
Greg, wrap it up.
You know, it would be a really ballsy move on his part is not to build one or buy one, but to buy Twitter and then shut it down. And then he launches one and he hires me to run it at $50 million a year. It'll be great. Trust me. But if he bought it and shut it down, that would be hysterical.
Oh, you already were a billionaire.